Here's a video for Friday, November the 6th, 2009, through the eyes of eMiniDayTrader. We always take a look at these profiles. Here's our profile from today, including a lettered profile over here, and a market profile, or the volume profile, I should say. We had mentioned yesterday that the 6950 was resistance, and you can see that the 6950 was hit right on the dot in the overnight session, and in the regular trading hours, the market one tick below that at 1069.25. So our resistance area held nicely. The support that we had mentioned was down at 54, and you can see that the market hit just slightly below that at 53.50. So our two major support and resistance areas held very nicely overnight and even during the day. So the market is still in an upward trend, but until it can get above the 69.50 and hold, it still has that as a very, very strong barrier. We're just going to have to monitor that Sunday evening going into Monday to see if it can hold above there. If not, we're likely to come back down the 54 area, actually the 57. So we're looking really around the 57 area, and then around the 54 area, and then all the way down about the 43 area as possible support areas where the market could pull back to. So those are the main support areas, and of course 69.50 is what we're looking for major resistance going into next week. Here's a look at the regular profiles for the day session only, and you can see the market rallied up here. So each one of these profiles is one day. We only had one trade today, and it was a long trade, which is, we were still bullish the market. However, we got filled and were stopped out on that trade, and that was the only one we had in here. You can see it just spiked right through there, so it didn't do unusual, but this happens sometimes. But the market had, of course, the one caveat on all this is that we knew that the 69.50 was the major resistance, and this was the high overnight up here, and you can see the market had just gotten up to 69.25. So we knew that this was really good resistance, but we were getting in here on enough of a pullback thinking that it could still have a bounce higher. Unfortunately stopped out on that. So, but you can see the rest of the day in our sell zones up here, once the day got going, in our buy zones here actually worked out pretty good, and the support was in here and resistance in here. It came into this area more times than it did down below, which leads me to believe why this market has still got some strength to it. So I am expecting that 69.50 to get tested. It just remains to be seen, obviously, whether or not it's going to be able to hold above that. But that's the crucial area that we want to be looking at come next week. So even though we had our levels pegged, perfectly here, or not perfectly, but close to it, as far as anticipated intraday support and resistance, we weren't able to translate that into any profitable trade today. But we're looking forward to being able to use those same kind of support and resistance areas going into early next week, Sunday and Monday. So have a good weekend, and we will see you on Monday.